guys, Andy here. I'm here to bring you all things Monday to makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you would subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, I'm bringing you what, at least right now, will be my final installment of decluttered products that I am giving a second chance in my collection. So if you want to hear all about those products, not quite as many this time, then let's go ahead and just get on into it. First, the elephant in the room, you're going to be hearing like traffic-y sounds. One, it's like 7 in the morning, so people are going to work, kids are going to school and all of that. Blazemere wanted in the window. He's literally sitting on the very tippity top of his cat house with like his paws in the window because it's nice enough out that we can like open the windows, not have the air on until like 2 o'clock. And then we only have to have the air on for like 2 or 3 hours where it gets like real hot. But so he really wanted in the window early this morning. So I'm so sorry if you can hear that. I'm sure you can. If you can't, when I watch this video back, then I'm ranting for no reason. But let's just get into these products. This should be the last installment, at least for now. I'm sure when I do a declutter in the future, I really want to be able to do this again. But out of the big declutter that I did, this is the last of those products. And I can't even say that one, because that one got sold. Because I was going to reclutter this Shades by Shan eyeliner because I didn't think, when I was looking through these eyeliner bundles that I put on my Mercari is listed in my description box if you want any declutter products. I have like 50 some odd products on my Mercari. But I really wanted to keep this Shades by Shan eyeliner, but I actually put it in an eyeliner bundle. It didn't look like it was pictured in one, but it was nice and creamy. It glided on easily. It could be smudged out. It was a really pretty color. I was going to reclutter it, but somebody bought the bundle and it was included in the pictures in that bundle. So I didn't want to message them and be like, hey, you're not going to get that one eyeliner. So I just, even though I was going to keep that one, I have a bunch of other eyeliners. It's not the end of the world. So that did get decluttered for a second time because somebody bought it and it's fine. So the Luxe Bee glitter in the shade Cassius, it was in a little glass jar. So that's super thin and it's a great texture. I really like the color. It really transformed the look and it's all one texture. So I've recluttered that in my collection for the time being. Maybe when I use it a couple times, I'll declutter it again in the future. But for right now, I want to keep it. It is the kind of glitter texture that I do really like. So I'm going to keep that. Because I'm so picky when it comes to my pressed glitters. And my glitters and pots and things like that. So it's all about the texture. And now we're going to talk about the 9-pan, or at least the color stories. And actually, let me grab, hang on. So, because they all ended up being put into these. So, out of all of the color stories, I had 4. I had these 4 Ulta Z palettes, full of shadows, plus in this Tarte palette, I had a 9-pan color story, which I very much like this one. So I'm keeping that one. If people buy these, I'll give them those palettes. But I've now rearranged these. So these are all Give Me Glow. These are Clarity Cosmetic shades that I'm getting rid of. And then we have 3 Lonely Copacetic shades that I'm getting rid of. And then these are all pretties for your face. So these are all highlighters. Yes, that black is considered a highlighter. And these are all pretties for your face. So the pretties for your face are listed as a bundle on Mercari. The copacetic is listed as itself, which I should have put it all together. But you don't have to buy them all together if you want to separate them out. Go right ahead if you want any of that. Message me on there. But if you want to watch one of my last videos to see what the color stories originally looked like, go right ahead. Otherwise, if I'm smart, I will go back, try to screenshot a photo, put a photo here. We'll see if I do all of that. But the 9-pan color story, I made 2 looks. I made more of a green look and more of a pink look. They both came out pretty good. I didn't like the flaky shade, which is what was decluttered. The silver shimmer was fine, but I have like a million of those, so I decluttered that as well. I only ended up keeping the 2 matte copacetic shades from that 9-pan. They actually both performed really well, even though they swatched pretty crappy. On the eyes, yes, did they have to be built up a little bit? Yes, but with a nice packing brush, they went on really nicely. So I ended up keeping both of those matte shades, and I was very surprised by that. Now, I did not put... So these 2 were just from the Pretties for Your Face. I had 4 highlighters and I had 4 Clarity Cosmetic shades. The 4 Clarity shades, I just decluttered all 4 of those. But I tried out 2 of the Pretties for Your Face highlighters. Calavera was beautiful. It's a pinky purple highlight, lots of shine, gorgeous. I recluttered that one in my collection. Extraterrestrial, which is the one with the alien imprint in it. It's very minty green. I love it. Granted, do I need a giant minty green shade in my collection? Probably not, but really want it. So I recluttered that one as well. This is the first video that I'm doing. Oh, it hurts so much. Where I took out my septum ring. It is just... It's been causing me issues for a while, and I feel like I look, 1, boring, but so weird without it. I've had it for like 2 or 3 years now. Hate it. So next we have from that really warm toned palette. It was a bunch of reds, oranges, yellows. It had the yellow clarity shade. Any of those really big clarity shades... No, that one was Give Me Glow. But any of the really big clarity shades were gone. But I tried every shade, and the looks came out meh, but I ended up keeping 3 shades from the palette. I ended up keeping Clarity Hot Cheeto, Pretties for Your Face Gamma Ray, and Pretties for Your Face Sally. And then I ended up trying back the other 2 Pretties for Your Face highlighters from that highlighter quad. Ghastly Glow is not a good highlight shade for me. When I put it on, like, it had gorgeous shine, especially on my nose, but it came out like gray, and it had a cast. And 1, I'm not going to keep something as a pretty nose highlight, and 2, I just didn't want to keep it as an eyeshadow, so I decluttered Ghastly Glow. And then Spell on You was a little bit brighter, but it still had that gray cast. So I didn't keep that one either. And then from the last palette, which was the one that I was going to give to a friend that I ended up not, that was bad. Just 100% bad. I ended up only keeping 2 shades. And both shades were shades because I did 2 looks. I did 2 looks with all of the palettes because there were just so many shades. But it was funny because both of the shades that I kept from this palette I ended up using as an inner corner on both looks. Didn't plan that. But it was Pretties for Your Face Out of This World and Pretties for Your Face Crazy Pete. So there's that. I didn't take any pictures of these looks. They're not on Instagram. I didn't do anything. So how I did these looks was, so like I did my makeup, like right now, filming. And so then I'd go take my makeup off, do my double cleanse, and then a couple hours would go by, and then I'd come over here and I would just play with makeup, and the makeup I would play with would be this stuff. I wouldn't put on a whole face, nothing. I would just do some eye makeup, try a highlighter on, see how it went, and then I'd go wash it all off again. So, just so you're aware why there's no photos of anything. I probably should have for video purposes, but I didn't think about it. So I apologize that there's no photos of any of this. And then from that very last cool toned palette, that was also just bad. Ian, stop it. The mattes wouldn't blend. Like, the mattes that were in that palette were garbage. They just plopped down, and like you could just see where they plopped. They wouldn't blend. They just stayed where they were. And the shimmers weren't shiny. But again, I kept 2 shades from that palette, 2 that were shiny. I kept Pretties for Your Face Magical and Copacetic Wraith. Like I said, all of the 36mm clarity shades, were thrown away, just thrown away. Like, those weren't decluttered because they're old. When I bought them, they were discontinued shades from Clarity, like they were getting rid of them. And I've had them for a good probably 2-3 years. So, like, they just needed to be thrown away. I'm not selling those. I'm not giving those to anybody. Gone. And then any Pretties for Your Face shades that were just puffing and, like, that I need to repress, I'm not going to try to sell those. They're not going to make it through transit or shipping. So I threw those away because they're not going to make it. So that is everything. I don't have anything else. That is my second chance products, like I said, for now. I'm sure this will be a reoccurring series, like I said, whenever I do declutter something next. I would love to put it in like a purgatory pile for a little bit and then come back to it and try it. But out of all that big stuff, that is the end of this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope next time in the future when I do this, I'll take like better photos of before and afters looks that I do with those things and things like that. I'm better prepared for it, but this was just like a first time thing. I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, concerns, everything in the comments down below. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.